Hi everyone, this is Terry Honeycutt, owner and designer at My Photo Borders. Today I'm bringing a small demo to you using our new photo collage templates that we just released. These are some very nice and exciting templates to use for your sports photography, and the nice thing about these is they're very simple to use. They don't require any player extractions. You just take your original image and you just drop them onto the template or cut and paste, however you want to get them there. And like I say, very simple. So let's get started here. I want to show you how to build this one template. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up an image. This is going to be the first image I've used, this baseball player. And I'm going to go to the top menu here in Photoshop. I'm going to hit select all. I'm going to say edit, copy. And I'm going to come over here on my layer mask that says photo mask 1. Okay. And in this template, there are 3 photo masks. Our large image, and then we have our 2 film strip mask here. So they're labeled photo mask 1, photo mask 2, photo mask 3. So our large image is photo mask 1. Make sure that you select that layer. And since we've already copied the image at this point, all we need to do is say edit paste. It's going to drop it in here for us. Select, make sure you come over and select the move tool. And we're going to drag our image over. So when you drag your image over here, just make sure that you're just slightly going out of the boundaries. And at this point, we need to transform the image. So we're going to say edit, transform scale. And we need to make this image a little larger. So if you hold down your shift key and just drag from one of the 4 corners, it'll keep the image in proportion. And when we drag it down, we want the bottom edge just slightly below this black border we have down here. And let's drag the top corner a little bit, make it a little larger. And we can just slide it over if we want. Okay. And once you're happy with the placement of the image, you can either hit the enter button, or in Photoshop you can just check the little check mark up here. Alright, so at this point we're going to go grab our second image. Let me pull it up. Same thing, go to menu, select all, edit, copy. Let's go back to our template, and this time we're going to choose photo mask 2 layer. Come back to our edit, we're going to say paste. Okay, so it's going to drop it in here for us. We're going to say edit, transform scale, and once again hold down your shift key and drag one of the corners. Just make sure we keep it within our boundaries. And just size it to whatever you're happy with. Go a little bit larger here. Okay, and once we're happy with that, we can just say enter or hit the check mark. Okay, we got one image to go. Let's pull it up. Once again, select all, edit, copy. Let's come back, and this time we'll choose photo mask 3. Edit, paste. And there we go. Okay, let's edit, transform scale. Let's scale this down a little bit. Hold down our shift key. And let's drag it up. All right, let's get it in position. And you can also rotate these images if you like. You just right mouse click, say rotate, and just drag one of the corners. So if you want to rotate a little more, it's totally up to you. And once we're finished with it, just hit the enter button or the check mark. Okay, so that's pretty simple there. I mean, it took just a couple minutes. We dropped in 3 images. And I mean, it's just pretty straightforward, very easy to do. So I do want to show you one little thing here that you may run into an issue. if you look at our large image on the right side, we have a lot of empty space around the player. And so this image works out really good. But if you have an image that you photographed really, really close in, you were zoomed way in, and the edge of your frame was very close to the player, you may run into a problem where you actually see the edge of the photo under this layer mask. And I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about. If I drag this image over, you can start to see the edge of this frame start to appear. So if you have an image that you can't slide over far enough to get rid of that, there's a simple fix for that. So as long as we've got our photo selected, we can come to our gradient tool and make sure that the black color here is set as your foreground color. And basically we're just going to drag over this area just slightly. You don't have to go in too far. It might make 2 or 3 passes. But basically you can just drag your gradient tool over and just slightly blend that in, and that line will just totally disappear. So that's a very, very simple fix. One other small detail I'm going to go over is if you had an image and the player was really zoomed in and a lot of his face was in this area, you may not like the fact that some of this flame may come out and be maybe a patch of it on his face. So if you want to remove that, it's very simple, and you can uncheck these layers and see what controls what. But basically this flame is this layer that's called RS-flames, and that's right side flames. So if you click on the white box here, which is our layer mask, and we're going to go to our brush tool, and we're going to pick a soft brush, 0 hardness, and we'll just make a fairly large brush here. Okay, we're going to bring our brush up, make it so it gives us a nice soft edge. So basically at this point I can kind of brush away some of that flame right there, so I don't want it coming out on his hand or whatever. And any part in here, if you want to brush away, feel free to do so. So other than that, that's the image part. The fonts, the name, you can, for example, double click. You got color overlay. If you want to change the color of the fonts, let's say you want them red, you can do that. Come down to our 2000 XX layer. Let's edit that, and we'll say 2016. And let's double click on it. That'll bring up our layer style. Click on color overlay, and let's make it red as well. Okay, same thing here. You have these some light effects up here at the top. Let's say you want to change it up a little bit. Maybe you want to make one of them blue or any other color you want. Just double click on our layer here that says color fill light effects. If you'll double click on the red box, it'll bring up the color picker, and let's say, I don't know, maybe we'll make one of them blue. There we go. And that's pretty much it, guys. It's simple as it gets. So I think you'll be real happy with these. One more thing is, I forgot to mention, but let me go over it real quick. Let's say, for example, and let's just delete one of these images real quick. All right, so let's say you want to rotate one of these frames because you have a maybe a horizontal image and not a vertical. So same thing, we can come up here and go to Edit, Transform, Rotate, and we can change this frame. If you want it horizontal, it's totally up to you. So both of these are adjustable so to fit your image. So that's pretty much it. Very simple. Once again, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact us through our website. And that's it. Have a great day.